still searching what happened to him. Voice of democracy is still searching what happened to Mogi. Voice of democracy is still searching what happened to him. Magambe Morgan, Putugazike, Magambe Magambe Morgan, drinking water, Magambe Magambe Morgan, Putugazike, Magambe Magambe Morgan, drinking water, Magambe. Ndiani aizotibudza tirere, muhomedza taiva tirere. Ndiani vaizotibudza tirere, pasina sare. Ndiani aizotibudza munyika, muhomedza taiva tirere. Ndiani aizotibudza munyika, dai asiri Mogi. Sabe magaitwa seiko, nyerera imana shando. Sabe magaitwa seiko, wanakachema. Sabe magaitwa seiko, nyerera imana shando. Sabe magaitwa seiko, wanakachema.
Right. Welcome back. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, listeners of Change Radio, listeners of ZimI. We are live here on ZimI and Change Radio here to maybe present its end of year, end of 2021. Now I have the man himself, as you can see here. Let me ask him to introduce himself. Hello, please go ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Andre. Thank you so much, everyone watching this live video. My name is Advocate Rusere, and I'm sure I'm not a new face here.
Oh, thank you so much for such a short introduction. So we are just here, viewers and listeners, other years, but please, Talent, may you just tell us what you think generally social and what you think about 2021.
It's not about what I think about 2021, but it's about how 2021 has been so tough for people in Zimbabwe. 2021 is not been an easy year for everyone, especially in our country, Zimbabwe. No, living in a country where no employment, when where the economy is not viable, where everything is expensive, where you have to work so hard to get a certain amount of money that you have to go against to change so that people who are not even working, who does not even go to work. It's not easy. It's not even easy for Zimbabweans to survive in a country where they don't have any right to their national resources. It's not easy to live in a country where there is no democracy, where there is no freedom, where you live in fear. It's not easy to live in a country where you live to watch your children suffer, you live to watch your loved ones suffer, and there is nothing you can do about it. It is not easy to live in a country where your rights are not respected. It is not easy for Zimbabweans to survive, uh, especially in 2021, considering the lockdown thing and having a government that is not even responsible for the measures they have been putting in place uh, towards the people. So it's one of the most difficult years that
Okay. Maybe I don't know. It looks like you are breaking a bit, but maybe it's your network might not be that stable. I can see even one of our listeners here is saying they can't hear you well. I don't know. Maybe it's your network. But I wanted to ask you something here. We saw maybe arrest of journalists, arrest of politicians in 2021. Maybe just maybe 30 seconds. What do you want to say about that? What do you think?
especially in a country where we claim to be having democracy, because everyone is a politician, every citizen is a politician, because the Constitution of Zimbabwe enshrines every Zimbabwe citizen a right to participate in the national politics. So this issue of having politicians being arrested for trying to air their opinions towards the prevailing administration, it's really something that is intolerable, and it's that should know the kind of government they have and the kind of a nation we are when it comes to democracy. The country is supposed to be run by politicians, not by the military services, in the name of
Mhm.
politics, you see. So the problem that we have in our country, the problem that we have in Zimbabwe is that we don't have politicians. We have dictators who are using their ranks, their military ranks, run by in any democratic country. No one is supposed to be arrested for airing his ideas or for giving in his opinions concerning the administration of the existing government. So whatever that happened that led to the arrest of politicians in Zimbabwe, it clearly proves to the world and the Zimbabwean community that we are no longer a democratic country. We are being led by dictators. And most of the politicians, we our if we arrested an example of uh, uh, that to try pretty not but we have seen political was we've seen citizens speaking very example ya Jande, the MDC alliance member who was killed in Gutu, and this government of ours is doing nothing about it. People are being killed in the name of politics, which is not supposed to happen in a democratic country.
Maybe while we are there on arrest and maybe killings, I wanted to ask you maybe something here. Is it the problem of the officials in government, or is the problem of the judiciary or the police, maybe the responsible authority? Is it the problem of politicians?
You cannot talk about ZANU-PF and not talk about the judiciary. You cannot talk about ZANU-PF and not talk about the police. We do not have a national police. We do not have the Republic Police in Zimbabwe to start with. We have the ZANU-PF police. We do not have an independent judiciary in Zimbabwe. Our judiciary is captured. And we do not even have a we have ZANU-PF is the military, ZANU-PF is the air force. They are everything, determines whatsoever that happens in Zimbabwe. And Chinamasa recently said it publicly that the bond between ZANU-PF and the military services will never be broken. So I don't understand you if you try to talk about the police, the judiciary, out of the government. We do not. Okay, it all starts with because we have a group of people who calls themselves a government. They were not elected by people. They elected themselves, and they enforced themselves. They put themselves in place as the government out of the will of the people. When that happened in 2018, the people tried to march, tried to show the world that we did not vote for these people. The people were slaughtered. So you cannot expect that kind of a government to be.
Yeah. So on that,
expect the government to be democratic to an extent of having an independent judiciary. If we don't have an independent judiciary, if the judiciary belongs to ZANU-PF and if the police belongs to ZANU-PF, how do you expect me as an opposition activist to get justice from that? We don't need police.
Okay, so maybe I still come back to the same question that we have army we have the army itself, we have the politicians themselves, then we have the army commanders, we have the leaders in the army, we have leaders in the politicians, leaders in the government. Do you want to tell Zimbabweans that the politicians are the army commanders, or may you a bit explain on that?
Can I explain anything? What does the Constitution of Zimbabwe say about the military services? If the constitution of Zimbabwe says the military is supposed to be apolitical, then why should we have an army general who is aligned to a certain political party or who has got a rank in a certain political party? How does that relate to constitutionalism and democracy?
Okay, I think I understand. I understand what you're saying there. Then maybe I want to ask you something again that happened in Masvingo. We saw civilians when one of the leaders of MDC Alliance, actually the president of the people, the president of the MDC Alliance, Nelson Chamisa, trying to engage with the citizens in Masvingo. That's when it started. We saw fire. We saw people making a boundary, trying to stop him from what he was doing, from traveling across the area. What's your take on that?
You know, it's so sad. It's so sad that as Zimbabweans, we are victims of our very own ignorance. It's really sad. It's so sad that the people we are trying to fight for are the first people to fight us, are the ones trying to block the change that they need. We are saying, as MDC Alliance, we want to bring employment to our youth. But you know what's going to happen? You will find the youth who are not employed attacking somebody who guys, this is enough. You guys need to make jobs. You guys to do smoking and take drugs. We are victims of our very own ignorance. I was really disappointed with what happened in Masvingo. What was the point of attacking an opposition leader? He did not come to get anything from you. He simply engaged with the public. And what I would love to say publicly,
so maybe I have to interject you there.
That was an arrangement from the president's office. And we know that it's not
it's a bit difficult to hear what you are saying. It's breaking. I don't know if you can check your network. Maybe I have to just play a song. Then maybe you can just restart. It's breaking a bit. It's even hard to hear what you're saying. Okay, so let me just put a song here.
Voice of democracy is still searching what happened to Mogi. Voice of democracy.
Okay, I think maybe the network is better. You can try. So we were talking about Masvingo, and you were just explaining, but it looks like you have some background of the people in Masvingo. Besides blaming politicians, do you think people of Masvingo, they really know the things they were talking about? Do you think the people of Masvingo, they really know when we say change, what does it mean?
Who is as stupid as the people who want to attack the president, the people's president. Like I've been trying to explain, there is a group of people which was organized from the president's office, from Mnangagwa's office, and those are the people who went to Masvingo. Majority of those people were not are not actually Masvingo citizens. There are a few vaishandiswawo kuendeswa pamberi and the likes, but the arrangement haina kuitwa mumasvingo, yakaitwa from the president's office. So if that doesn't like him and he have failed the people, we cannot work out of such ignorance. We know what is happening in Zimbabwe, and we are not going to blame the people of Masvingo. Vanhu vekumasvingo, we love them, and we know they are educated enough to understand that Mnangagwa is trying to block them from getting into Canaan.
Okay, thanks for that one. We saw recently, I think it was around 2 months ago. I saw this post. Someone alleged that he wants to kill you. The person is Tinashe Jonas. Even posted a picture claiming that if someone brings your head, he will actually pay him 10,000 rands. What's your take on that?
I actually didn't engage to that because it was a piece of shit. It was a piece of nonsense, and I think it's not even worth my attention to engage with people like Tinashe Jonas. That guy, I think, is a mental patient. He is mentally disturbed. He need assistance somehow, because okay. You know, one thing that I want everyone out there to understand about me is I'm not afraid of anyone. They try 9 times. I got a traceable record where they have been trying to eliminate me from the Zimbabwean politics. I'm just 29, and they're so obsessed with my life. They want my head in the plate. That is crazy and nonsense. It's just nonsense. That's why I didn't engage. I tried to call Jonas. He blocked me. I tried to have an interview with him on Hot Seat Africa. He ran away from it. Then he started publishing nonsense. I don't to kill the confidence of the young Zimbabweans out there by trying to silence me. But I will.
Thank you. Your network, it's terrible. Okay. I got you there. So maybe let me go to the most recent event. You wrote me a message on WhatsApp telling me that you tested positive to COVID-19. How was it? What happened? How was the feeling? Just 10 seconds.
Well, I think I had 3 days not feeling well. I was even going to work, but the situation was getting even serious. I it's one of the procedures these days, and the result was that I was positive, and I had to be quarantined for 2 weeks, and this is what happened. But I would love to thank the People's President, Advocate Nelson Chamisa, with his support, and I would love to thank and also love Dr. Shumba, who is in East London, with support. I just want to thank my brother Gideon, because what happened is when I told Dr. Ngulwe Kusvanta that I was not feeling well and I tested positive for COVID-19, he made to Dr. Shumba, who is in England, to people around me. I didn't take anything throughout the process. They got me all the needed medications. They had to make sure that I ate. I had everything that I needed, and honestly speaking, I am so very grateful. And it's easy that we are such a people that the of the nation. So once again, I would love to thank you, Honorable President, Advocate Nelson Chamisa. I would love to thank you, Dr. Ngulele Kosibata. You have been a very good brother to me since we knew each other. I would love to thank you so much, Dr. Shumba.
Okay. Okay, I think we are about to end this. Our network here is not that stable, so want to make it very short. Maybe one of the last questions is, did you tell me that you once went to, with Robert Mugabe?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask, how did you then jump from Robert Mugabe and you are now close, you are now talking about the MDC Alliance. How did that happen? Are you not together with the G40? What's happening?
No, but I actually knew that I never liked ZANU-PF and I had never supported ZANU-PF. I worked with him at a personal level because he gave me scholarship. He did a lot to me. He was more like a father to me. But my relationship with God was personal. It was not anywhere attached to ZANU-PF. He actually knew that I had never supported the ZANU-PF policies, and he even advised me never to part of ZANU-PF.
Okay, okay. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Talent. I don't know. I think viewers, if you have anything you want to say, maybe I will have to read one comment from Tinashe Garusa. He's saying change is around the corner. Then someone who is complaining about your network, and also this one is just saying, comrades. Then the comments are a lot. Your network was not that good, so right. Maybe your words to the Zimbabwean. Just 30 seconds. Your last words to the Zimbabwean.
The only word that I have, or the only advice that I would love to give to the people of Zimbabwe, is that they are the ones responsible for their own existence and the futures of their children. We, as the people of Zimbabwe, we have the choice whether to change our situation as a country or to maintain it. When you go to vote in 2023, please don't vote for any political leader. Don't just vote out of fear. Don't just vote out of peer pressure. it is your right to vote. So please register to vote and vote wisely. I thank you.
Thank you so much, viewers and listeners, for tuning in. My name is Tarisai, and I was with my brother, Talent Rusere. Thank you so much. Until we meet again. I'm closing here. Thank you so much.